Welcome to the Little Okie Adventures. We couldn't be more happy that you found us in this sea of videos, but hopefully you'll see where we're just a little different. I'm Kevin, and this is my lovely wife Carmen, and let's don't forget our little monsters. So whether we're on the Great Loop, lakes and rivers, or just exploring in our camper van, make sure to grab that remote, set your feet up high, and together, let's find out what this world has to offer. Okay, everyone, we have a really huge announcement. One is a little bit scary, another causing me a little bit of anxiety, but at the same time, it's an awesome announcement, and it's right there in Carmen's hands. So let's get it out. All right, everyone, it is official.
We are scheduled to do the Great Loop August 1st.
Well, August of 2026. And why we picked those dates, we'll talk about that and a lot of other things coming up. Before we get to that, currently, as you can see, yes, we're in the Little Okie. And we are in Arkansas, cruising down Lake Ouachita. And in a few days from this video, there'll be another video about our lakes, rivers, adventures in the Little Okie. So let's get started talking about the Great Loop. All right, so when I talk about anxiety, what I'm talking about is this announcement and this whole trip. It's really about keeping me accountable. And the reason I say that, I'm really kind of a workaholic. Always have been. I don't know how to stop. Lately, the past 2 or 3 years, I do these little getaways, and we're kind of like snowbirds. You'll see we have some van videos if you go back and watch some of our older stuff. But we have started doing things, but to tell you that I'm going to just take off and go cruise the river or in the ocean for so long, this is a big commitment for me personally. So the anxiety of that is a little overwhelming. Like I said, we're not retired. It's a big financial decision, and just personally, it's going to take a lot out of me. Okay, let's talk about the Little Okie. So the Little Okie houseboat is our adventure craft. And everyone I've talked to says, this ain't the boat to be doing the loop in. It's not made for it. It's not made for ocean crossings. It's not made for the Great Lakes. You know, I mean, even big ships get sunk at them areas.
So we need a different boat because I don't want to be sunk.
Me and Carmen really haven't talked about this part, but no, I'm an underdog. I always have been an underdog in life, and because of that, the Little Okie's an underdog. And I like to do what they say can't be done.
No.
Hey, that's a movie theme. What's that from? Y'all tell me in the comments. What is that from? Not you. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. The Adventure Craft. It's a 28 AC. I mean, honestly, you got people like the guy that just did the loop in the John boat and broke some records. If he can do it in a fishing boat, and then one of the guys that I really enjoy watching, sorry, the wind's getting us, I gotta keep an eye on my driving too. Brenton, Backwaters and Backroads. If you guys have never seen him, you gotta go see him. He's wonderful. I'm just hoping one of these days I get to meet him. But anyway, he's doing it in a shanty boat. So if he can do it in a shanty boat, sorry, you'll get to know my brain doesn't work right all the time. And they can do it in a John boat. By golly, you know what? I can do it in this boat. And stick around because I'm going to show you a little bit more, some little footage of the Little Okie.
I don't want to sink in a boat. I don't know what you're talking about, but we need to get something else.
I'm not going to sink you.
Is it the Ranger tug we need?
Oh,
I don't want to sink.
Sunrise yoga. Did you have good yoga? Nice having a dry mat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, another thing I want to talk about, why I picked August of 2026. One, there's still some things I need to do to the boat, and as I'm kind of showing you the boat, I'll even talk to you about some of those things that I want to do before we hit the Great Loop. The other thing is little Coco. If you haven't seen Coco, she's our beloved little Frenchie. She's kind of ornery, and we have 4 other monsters in here, and I'll show you them here in a little bit. But Coco can't get hot. So for that reason, I figure, people seeing us, if we take off and we're going to leave in Chicago and start heading down the river, Mississippi to the Tennessee, all the way down to Mobile, that's going to be our first neck of the woods. But the weather, I'm hoping, will be where Coco will be fine and not get too hot. So that's why I picked that day. All right, anybody that truly knows me, and especially my wife and all my friends will tell you, I am Kevin Fly by the seat of his pants LaBeouf. I don't plan. I never have. I've always just done it. Figured it out when I get there. And this Great Loop thing, I mean, I have spent many, if not most of my life in a boat. Everything from 100-mile-per-hour drag boats to big houseboats, and hopefully I'm going the right direction. Oh, I'm not. I went up the wrong channel. Oh my gosh, we got to turn around. Hold on. We've got to watch my navionics. We almost ended up in the middle of nowhere. And it's shallow. So, what are we talking about? I've lost my train of thought.
Fly by the seat of pants.
Yes,
Don't
fly by the seat of my
plan
pants.
anything.
So, with that said, for the first time in my life, I wanted to give myself a little bit of time to actually, kind of plan this out a little bit, do the best I can to make sure this boat they say can't be done will have the best opportunity to actually make it work and be safe for not just me, but for Carmen. She's shaking her head, oh no, but it'll be fine. And that's why I picked the start date. Now, with that said, be sure to subscribe and like our page. Why? Because we do tons of lakes and rivers, and we even have a camping van, and we do stuff on camping van, and we're coming into winter right now. And even though we're from Oklahoma, we get out and we do travel and make some videos. And we are doing one right now in Arkansas, and we try to do them, in the summertime, we try to do them every week or every couple of weeks. We'll do them as much as we can in the winter, but we normally snowbird and go to Lake Havasu, Arizona for the winter. I have some commitments that might keep us from not spending all winter there, but we will do Lake Havasu. We'll make some great videos down there in the wintertime. We'll do the Colorado River. I want to go to Lake Powell. We're going to do a lot of really cool videos in the little Okie and in our little camper van, our little road truck van. So subscribe. All right, let's talk about why I decided to actually do the Great Loop. Because I do love and enjoy just kind of cruising all the different lakes. But this river and this ocean trip, honestly, even with all my boating experience on the lake, when you're talking about tides and crossing the Gulf and just, this is stuff I've never dealt with. So I'm still YouTube learning, because that's the best boat training I can get. Other than, for me, you just throw me out there, I'll figure it out. And a lot of it's going to be that. A lot of it I'm trying to learn. You can learn stuff, starboard side, blah, blah, blah. But it's always a learning curve. And for me, I love to do things that a lot of people don't do, or a lot of people think are undoable. And I'm at that point in my life, if I don't do it now, I might not ever be able to do it. You know, I got friends as we speak. One just passed away this week. So there's a lot of people my age. One of my best friends has got cancer. He's fighting that. Another good friend, like I said, just passed away. We're not guaranteed another day. So hopefully I'll make it to August and we'll start cruising down that loop together. And I'm going to do a little different, guys. I'm going to show you everything I can so that if you want to do it, you'll know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to document every little thing, at least every little thing that I feel like is important for somebody that's never done it, that wants to do it. And this is pretty much the last thing I want to talk about. Even as a little boy, and especially as a man, the only time I've ever found peace or relaxation is in that stuff right there, that water. And I'm trying to find peace with God and that water. And because of those two things, I'm trying to take time for me, to where what little time I have left, sorry, that's my brain. You'll get to know my brain really well. I have a stroke. I just want to live the best life I can while I'm still here. And that's all. So come join us on this awesome adventure. Scary adventure. Nerve-wracking adventure. The one that my wife is probably going to, well, she'll love me for it. So we got Carmen and Skipper, our newest little baby, driving a boat. Well, I get to show you guys the boat. And if you go back, you can see where we have done a lot of work already to this boat. There's the front of it. We got a little cooking area right there. Even with all the videos and all the stuff we've done to the boat, we're just now finally got a new tablet and getting some of our navionics figured out. We've redone the upholstery in the boat. This is kind of our sitting area. You gotta excuse the mess. We've been in it already for the last 24 to 30, I don't know, 36 hours. This is our little kitchen area. Charging up the drone. We got our coffee pot, all our stuff. This boat is running off of basically the Blue Yeti. So I've kind of got, I think 300 or 400 watts of lithium batteries. We kind of keep up our bed set up all the time back here. I got my little bean bag for the first time on this trip, and it's actually really comfortable to sit there in, but I got it so we can get up on the roof. And here in a minute, I'll show you some videos of what this boat actually brings a lot of enjoyment. What?
We already have 2 chairs that go up on the roof.
That's right,
and
we
they
do.
Don't take up the room that beanbag chair does.
If you haven't noticed, Carmen's not too pumped on my beanbag chair. But let's get back to the little Loki. Again, we have a kitchen area. We have a sink. We actually have something we can cook on if we needed to, but we actually have another grill, which is actually under the bed there. We have a bathroom. We have a toilet, a sink, a shower, which you could take a shower in here, or you could take a shower outside. We have hot water. We actually have propane heat that I can put in here. Generator, we kind of keep our fridge out there. And let's go outside. Kind of walk down the side. YouTube, baby. The little Okie houseboat. Oh, we have solar, which honestly doesn't work real good. We have a 12-volt heat and air conditioner that runs on our lithium batteries. And I will tell you, it is thumbs down crap. We have a dinghy right up there, which honestly, if you go back and watch the video, it's an inexpensive Amazon dinghy. It's actually really good. But for this trip, I am going to invest into a lot nicer dinghy. We have solar. Am I saying that right? No. satellite, internet, Starlink. That's what I'm trying to get to. And I'm really liking that. Right now we're on the $5 plan. It's our little Yamaha 4-stroke workhorse, putting out about 150. That's our little kicker motor, which honestly is our dinghy motor. And I put the little kicker plate back there. And we're gonna see, I've never tried it, but we're gonna see if that thing will actually move the boat in an emergency situation. We have a really nice awning back here we can set up when it's really hot. Today's a beautiful day. And we have a Honda generator, and we use that to charge our batteries back up. Here's our Set Pro. We've got a freezer over here. And over here's the refrigerator side with some cheesecake in it right now. And I love the Set Pro for 2 reasons. One, it's really inexpensive. We're running it off the lithium batteries. I leave it running all the time, 24 hours a day, and it works great. If you don't know anything about adventure crafts, one thing I loved about this boat is they came optional. Up here on the roof, you could have a fly bridge or you could have a flat top. And I wanted a flat top roof, and I'm gonna throw some videos in there. And when you see Carmen doing her yoga, or we like to sit up there at night, enjoy getting up here at night and watching the sunsets, and also getting up in the mornings if it's not too much dew up here and watching the sunrise. So I wouldn't have it any other way. We don't need a fly bridge. So anyway, there's Coco, there's Ziggy, there's Kazi, and like I said a while ago, our newest member, Skipper, in training. So honestly, I really do hope you like this video. I hope you join us. I hope you subscribe and stick with us on all our little adventures that we do, whether it's in the boat or in the van. And well, we pulled over for just a minute to let the dogs stretch their legs, and us. And Carmen collecting some rocks. This would be probably a great opportunity for me to also explain a few things I think I need to do to the boat before we hit the Great Loop. One thing that would be really helpful, what a lot of people don't realize about these boats, is they're really light. It takes very little wind to push that thing one way or another. So when trying to dock it, or I don't know, maybe even when we have to do some of the locks up in the, you know, the riverways and stuff, it'd be really nice to have some thrusters, you know, at least on the front, especially with a single engine boat. I don't know if it's doable. I have seen where somebody with an adventure craft put like a trolling motor. I mean, I get it. It's not really what I'm thinking. I've also seen where they've done a drop down outside deal where you could kind of do that, but then that limits you to being able to pull up to shores, and that's the one thing I definitely want to be able to do. Make these jet thrusters, and they kind of go right down there at the bottom, and you can't tell up here on shore, but when we had it in the water lines, actually, you kind of see that spot that's a little faded right there. That's about a good sign. So anything below that with like a jet propelled, or even maybe just a regular thruster would work. But I need to find somebody that can give me a professional opinion and see if there's some way I can put some, you know, bow thrusters on this. That would be awesome. So that's one thing we got to work on. Let's talk about some more. With all these little monsters, we are going to need something better than our Amazon $399 dinghy, because we're going to be spending probably just as much time using a dinghy going to shore as we will be actually in the boat. And I've got about 10 foot up there on the roof, and that's initially where I wanted to hold a dinghy. So we're going to end up buying a little better quality dinghy to take with us. And I think I have an idea which one I want to do, but we're going to figure that out too. Carmen, Kazi's up there on the very top by the rocks. So that's another thing. I also need to decide do I need a little better kicker motor? That one there's I think it's a 2.5 or I don't know, maybe right almost 3 horse, 4-stroke, which is fine for the dinghy, but I'm thinking as an emergency backup. I haven't got to test it yet, but we're going to test this boat, maybe even this weekend, and see if that thing there would at least push us back to shore. There we go. Makes sense? All right, we're going to finally do the test. Yeah, the Yamaha's running. Probably should have shut it off, but still. Let's try a little kicker motor. And I ain't started this thing in, I don't know, several months. So. Was there a switch you had to turn on? I don't remember. First pull. Are we moving?
That's questionable. No, we're not.
Oh, it's working! It's working! See, if we had to get to shore, we could do it. Emergency backup.
With waves crashing?
Ooh, power! We got the power! Oh, I love it. And the next thing is that 12-volt heat and air. So, I got to decide, do I want to keep it? I can tell you after this trip, I mean, it only got down to 50 degrees last night. I didn't turn on the heat pump, but I turned it on this morning. It ain't worth the crap. I mean, I could blow more heat out my mouth than that thing was doing. And as far as the air conditioning part of it goes, I mean, it works fine as far as keeping you cool at night, even on hot days. But if it was during the daytime and you needed an air conditioner to keep Coco cool, it won't do it. Not even get close. So do I throw that thing away and put a good one on top that I can run the generator? I'm probably gonna have to, just for her sake. Because I care about her and I don't want her to have a stroke. And anybody that knows anything about Frenchies can't get hot. And I want to be able to take her with us, along with that little skipper monster. Other than that, we have radio right down there. We have another walkie-talkie right down there as a backup. If I can find the charger, bought it brand new, not sure. We have a depth finder, and this seems to be working out pretty good. I don't know if I want to go with what I'm using or if I want to go with you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and it's working on the $5 internet. So, I don't know. Probably when we're on the loop, we'll go ahead and spend that $165 and have fast unlimited. And that's about it. Oh, I need to figure out exactly what kind of gas mileage I got. One big issue we got with this boat is fuel capacity. I mean, this boat only has 24-gallon fuel tank, 2 of them, 2 12s. I did buy a 20-gallon. We're fixing to add that. It gives us 44 gallons. I think it'll fit. I don't think that's enough. From what everybody tells me, I need to have probably closer to 75 gallons of fuel at all times, because there are some places where you might have up to 200 miles to get to before fuel. I mean, yeah, you could pull off on the side of the river if you're on the river and maybe grab a can and run up to near 7-Eleven, but I just don't see myself doing that. A little lazy. Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, besides that, I mean, I think you could throw me in the water. So, a few things I want to figure out. Fuel's an important one. I don't want a ton of gas cans all over the place, but that might be my only choice. Whatever it is, we're gonna make it. Right now, we're still making our lakes and river video, so I need to get back to that. And I kind of flew the drone earlier and it crashed on the dock. I hope I didn't break it. We're about to find out.